Good morning and welcome back to the zombie apocalypse in Louisville here. It's been a couple days for me since the last episode, and I also made the mistake of after the last episode, I played a few days off camera, I think 2 days, and I barely remember what I did. Like, it's been like a week since I recorded the previous episode. Now, I think I have a few mid-term, short-term, various goals here, right? Like, short-term goal is I want to get the clay that we need to actually build the anvil for the forge. I think getting any sort of metalworking going so that we can then have a self-sustainable supply of weapons is a good shout. I mean, there's plenty of weapons to loot still, and we have pretty much an unlimited supply. Well, with foraging, unlimited supply of stone axes. But I kind of want to be able to craft my own hatchets, ideally. That would be the dream. That would be kind of a game changer. That's like the short-term goal. So for that we need clay. I've spent some time foraging, but finding clay, I think I mentioned that before, it's a bit of a pain. So, the other goal I was looking at is getting into this section. Well, this is the army surplus, right? We've been there. There's still guns and ammo left. Back here, right? Plenty of weapons. But other loot, not really. We've been through the self-storage, so we can mark that off. And I guess we've been through the big brick factory, and then in this factory we had some metalworking stuff. Let's just actually make some notes for myself, which I should have done before the almost week-long break. But yeah, so I think this is some sort of mechanics shop. This is a generic warehouse, which is, I think, pretty much a copy-paste from the warehouse in Muldraugh, the northern one. And I have no idea what this is. And this is, I want to say, like the Chicken King, which, if it's a Chicken King restaurant, they always have some propane grills out the back. So we can get some propane gas tanks and get a little bit into welding, because our midterm goal is here. We have these fancy modded cars, like this, or this one, and we can armor them up. So we can be a little bit more reckless about driving through zombies. But in order to get that, we need to work on our mechanics and welding skills. So, long story long, we're gonna do some looting here. Schade. These a whole lot of closed doors. Is there any other access to this warehouse here? Not that I can see. Building disassemble. Multiple zombies banging on doors. I think on different doors though. That might have been that one zombie we saw running around the mini surplus store when we were looting it the other day. Kind of just disappeared on behind the building. I mean, I can understand it. Like, you know, if you're running the whole time as a zombie, you wanna take a seat for a while. Okay, we might actually pick up some of that. Just a little bit of wine. We don't have a problem with wine, just without it. They no longer list the stats of the drinks, like how many calories they have. Yeah, so if I don't want to go fishing for calories, well, maybe we can just get some more of this wonderful stuff. Okay. But I don't want to completely fill up everything here with booze. Although there's plenty more. Okay. Let me actually find, and yeah, there's a window here to get into this warehouse. Also, you sound like you were previously a runner. Now you are a lying on ground deader. And nobody here. Empty propane tank. That is concerning. That looks like the ones that were empty due to the bug when the patch hit. I wonder if this loot was already kind of loaded in at that point. So it just got affected like everything else. See, do we see somebody here? Store is still being banked on. Yeah, so one zombie on each door. I don't want to go through this window. Let's see if we can come around the front side here. And yeah, there's the propane gas on the chicken place. Jim's Auto Shop. I can't say I have heard anything bad about Jim, so also I haven't heard anything good about him, but I mean, he's keeping a raccoon in his backyard. That's always suspicious. Like, I wouldn't trust people who keep raccoons as their pets. Somebody's banging on that door. Weren't we just outside? Where do you come from? Me? Alright. I'm not sure if I mentioned it. I started collecting like silver and gold jewelry from zombies. Like, I'm not checking every single zombie, but if I see it and I remember it, I pick it up. Because you can kinda use it for leveling up metalworking. Just 3 levels. That's a good one. This auto shop is, you know, if you're into bases in the middle of Louisville. That's also a nice base location, I think. This backyard with the fences that are completely indestructible. And you have this nice, you already have rooftop access, so you can set up water collectors here. No, not terrible place. Gotta defend those garage doors, but other than that. I remember these were quite good for disassembling with welding. We did that in our previous run. Let's drop off some stuff in the car, and then I think I want to head to these warehouses here. Go that. Torches. Let's see if we can get something from this one. Now, there's a little bit of a tricky situation here. I think I mentioned it in the previous episode that I don't want to get too close to that 5-story apartment building and spawn in 5 stories of zombies. So we're not going to do a clear all around this warehouse, because then we would get too close to that building. I'm just going to try to get in here. A lot of boxes. And nobody here to guard them. Alright. Sacks of sand. Kinda inclined to, yeah, let's take the burlap pieces. We can make more sacks out of that. There's torches. Picked up some nails just earlier. I think I don't want to open, load up my inventory of nails on the first few shelves. Okay. Good fight though. It allows us to do some pickaxing. There's a lot of stuff here, and we technically should probably remove some of these boxes so we can get to the ones in the back. What feeling about this? I don't think I've ever seen sacks of clay in these. I think we're gonna, yeah, if I might as well pick up the gravel, right? Instead of just shoveling it up from the beach. Leather gloves? Do we? I'm fairly certain we have some, right? But we have brown and these are black. Clearly better. Also, they're not bloody. I'm gonna do like one more row here. I'm gonna say on camera, just so that you get a general feel of what to expect in this warehouse. And then I'll probably do the more in-depth looting here off camera, because there's so many boxes to look through. Yeah, those empty propane tanks even here still being empty is a concern. We'll have to see if I find if we get some propane from the tanks at the chicken place, then I guess I'm fine. Otherwise, since we basically lost like 20 propane tanks with the last update, which broke all the existing propane tanks, I might be tempted to, you know, go into debug mode and just spawn in some. I don't like doing that though. Do we need a second wood axe? It's in my belly, that's why we need them. I'm gonna bring some stuff to the car and get some more, and yeah, keep looting here. And I'll be back in a sec. So close, but so far. We found a bench anvil, which is an anvil, but I don't think it's a metalworking anvil that works for creating your own forge. Let's use the spare bucket. I did hear some zombie noises over here, like outside. So, gotta be a little bit careful how loud we are in here. So far, they haven't been too concerned. Not sure if you can find a full-on metalworking anvil in a crate. They're kind of big. Else we'll take another hand scythe. Welding torch. Only remembered where I ignored that wood axe. Here. Let's call that a warehouse for now. Fairly certain we can use the regular concrete instead of the clay concrete, so that should allow us to get away with using a little bit less concrete. Okay. Yes, we're full on both back seats, because I still have that generator in the car. I think I want to head to the chicken place first here. Then we can check out that other warehouse either if we have time left or on another day. Please, chicken. What did I say, Chicken King? Seemed pretty straightforward. Let's remove that propane, and then have a look what we have. I guess one tank that at least has some propane left in it. I think the other one is not worth picking up. Just having a quick look through the trash. Okay. Still have some daylight left, so we might poke into this place a little bit. This I probably, against my better judgment, gonna put some stuff on the passenger seat. On the chives. I'm expecting like just metal stuff here. Produce. The potato factory. These look like some very... What are you doing with those potatoes in these machines? That's what I want to know. Yeah, okay, that's... Well, that's a wash here, I guess. On the bright side, we can make some more of these. That is done, that is done, that is basically done. Let's do stuff here. Do we have a symbol for booze? It's kind of drugs, right? Okay, that works. Right. In that case, all die fairly quickly. Oops. So I think I'm going to use the rest of the day traveling up some more gravel from our gravel collection place back here. And maybe doing some foraging along the coast, seeing if I can find some clay out here. And yeah, I'll see you back at base. Look at that. More clay. We're getting there, we're getting there. I think we needed 8 for the molds, and we have 2 back at home. So one more clay find, maybe. You know, try my luck here a little bit longer, as long as we still have daylight. No, I don't need a tumbler. And maybe we find some more. Oh, we got the next morning. I didn't even unload the car yet, but I keep hearing banging again. And I think before we do anything else, yeah, I want to be able to work on that in that workshop in peace. We got to do some major clearing on the other fence side. I don't know how yet. What the best approach is. Maybe we need to, I don't know, drive through that neighborhood, beeping our horn, getting every single zombie cleared out. I mean, again, we still have the issue that each helicopter will pull in zombies a little bit further and a little bit further. Like the thing where some people, I don't want to say complain, but you know, I've read some comments where people say, yeah, you don't have respawns, so you don't have a threat to your base anymore. But with the repeating helicopters and being in the middle-ish of a big city, you don't need respawns. You will constantly have new zombies wandering into the area until we start eventually driving off for the helicopter and taking it like on the other end of the city, basically. Or until we have cleared out a huge radius around our base. Which is not gonna happen anytime soon, I think. Especially clearing out the area like the distillery might be in order. Running? No. Okay. Chop down the trees here. This is a broken branch. You can have that stuff. Actually, that flint flake is not in a too terrible condition. And see how this continues to be an issue here. And if they're doing this here around the corner, that's stressing out my raccoons. And nobody stresses out my raccoons. Me, of course. Okay. I feel like the majority probably came more from the road over, so not necessarily from this neighborhood, but rather from the main road and from the distillery direction. At least the feeling that I'm getting. Slightly bigger group down here. I'm actually surprised ever since I started collecting that stuff. How many zombies have gold and silver rings? It's like surprisingly rich community here. a zombie status symbol. There's of course something to be said to just, you know, clear out every single house here. I'll check this van. Not. 1 second. Monthly, yeah. Alright, cool. Window open. Let's have it. One zombie with a red spot scab is a coincidence. 2 is probably a nearby watch party in a house somewhere. Have a spare hacksaw. Always useful to have a spare one, since they do take quite a little bit of damage from frequent sawing. I guess we're not finding a key. In the hard way. Open up. See what's in the trunk. Stuff. Maybe sacks of clay. Oh yeah, in that case, I'm not sure if I mentioned it. No, I did not find any more clay. Of course not. Be too useful. Oh. Oh. Oops. No hard feelings, Mr. Stepvan. Thought I want to go back to the car. Might as well have foraging on while I'm doing this. Walking down the road, maybe we find something. Oh, well, it didn't kick me out of foraging for killing the zombie. That's weird. Normally, the moment you go into combat and start swinging your weapon, it kicks you out of a foraging mode. Don't fall over that way. Come on now. Alright, let's head back to the car. I kind of want to... Yeah, that's my duffel bag. I kind of want to swing the car around towards the road west and then see what we can do near there. Near the distillery. Right, no one for foraging. Should be also getting close to level 9 there, huh? Wait, very close. One other thing I need to start doing, and I'm terrible about it, is actually using that barbell that we have and doing some strength training. Clear these guys out here. That group is just one helicopter away from my fence. Same thing for everything that's in here. The key for the place here? No. It's alright, that's not a key on the ground. Somewhere there's a zombie on a window. It's always interesting that they get pulled here. Yeah, this is a bit of a zombie trap, where they get pulled into this little corridor from sounds. They will mess up there if I don't clear that out from time to time. So, you go for foraging, and then let's just check out if there's anyone else up here. Clear. Oh my goodness. Get in my belly. I mean, get in my pocket, rather. We don't want clay in your belly. Ah, we're getting an anvil. We're getting an anvil today. First, let's kill the remaining zombies up here. A little bit to discard a sapling, since we kind of need them for the long sticks, but I'm not carrying a sapling home from here. Anyone else out here? Okay, I think this is as far as I want to go here. Let's get smithing. Get excited, I gotta say. It's what we've been working on for a very long time. Almost tempted to just pick up some of the metalworking supplies from in here that we left. But hey, the car is not unloaded, so we can't do that right now. Gonna head back to base here. Back at base. First thing we're gonna need is a wooden blacksmith anvil mold. Made just from a bunch of planks. Carpentry level 2, which we have. Take all our clay. Oh. We go to our little workstation back here, to the press, and then with the wooden molds and 8 clay, we create a clay blacksmith mold. That we need to fire it. We need a lighter. Wonderful. So now we have a blacksmith anvil molds. We don't need the wooden one anymore. Just leave it here for now. So over here, as long as we have tongs, some coal, or I think charcoal should work. Yeah, or charcoal. 16 steel bar halves. We can. Well, I guess time to get some steel bars from the warehouse. Should have really done that right away. We have time, we just don't have room in the car. I guess we take the fort. Acceleration. Also, while driving past, I saw that one of our traps has something in it, so we gotta check that. At some point. Helps if you sit on the driver's seat. Alright, to the warehouse. Here we are. We want all the steel bars we can get. Yeah, I think large handles, medium handles, and small ones I think are super easy to make, but large ones a little bit more difficult. Might also grab a couple ingots. Mostly looking for bars though. I mean, we can saw the ingots into parts and then turn them into bars in a totally not tedious process. Put on the lights. Well, steel ingots, you know, turns out steel's heavy. Some bars. We could also check all the hacksaw blades. I think it's a little bit of a waste actually. You can make the anvil from iron bars instead of steel bars. If we have a warehouse full of steel bars behind, pretty much behind our base, and why not take steel bars? We need tongs. I'm fairly certain we have tongs in the base, but hey, now I have tongs in my inventory. If we can assume the metal bandsaw only works with power. Like, that just makes sense. Oh god, so many more steel bars. Okay. Is this the bandsaw? No. Like one more bar, and then 3 more bars. Oh no. I have a spare battery on my in my loadout now. Not even gonna load them into the car. Just keep them on my lap. T2/14. No big deal. What's that? I need to do strength training, right? So this is my strength training now. Zombies, please. Okay. We can use this as surface and just saw bars. Please. It's on the ground here. Okay, alright, alright, alright. Carry more stuff with me. It makes so cute sounds, they like me. Okay, simple furnace. We got the steel bars, we got the tongs. We need 10 coke or probably 10 charcoal. Now, previously, the only way to make charcoal was from logs. Now, any wood items can be turned into charcoal. So we can actually use, probably, let's take like half of our large branches. Half of our large branches. Three branches into 12 charcoal, okay. More charcoal, cool. Branch that we didn't use up. Cast blacksmith anvil. Yes, please. There it is. So, we want now a forge. Got the anvil. We need a wooden bucket, the trowel, we have the stone blocks we should have in the front. Cement we have. Okay, wooden bucket. Into our little carving station here. Oh, some burns here. And did I ever loot any? No. So in the past, I kinda got them consistently from disassembling cars. Okay, I don't want to end the episodes with actually building the forge. So let me just, you know, do stuff, get to the new day. We're gonna go out, get some car racks, dismantle them, get some iron bands, build the buckets. See you in the morning. Well, good news, it's foggy as hell. Other good news is I don't 100% remember where we had car racks. I think there's one in the neighborhood. So you can only disassemble complete racks like this one that are actually deformed from like in crash scenes like this. Do I want to get out here? Probably not. Too little vision to see how many zombies are around. And like the burnt out car racks. Like that one. I think there was one close to our wall at the end of this street here. Also there was a zombie on the road. These ones are still working cars. You can't disassemble those. I thought there was one. That's just a tire change scene. No, that's also just to... I think the red one might be a wreck. This one is not a wreck. It's not deformed in any way. It's kind of a wreck because it's going to be like 15% condition across the board. Alright, there's one iron band. I'll take bars. We'll come back. Why is my vision not getting any better? I put the glasses back on. So now it's the fog. Not the lack of glasses. Yeah, I could have sworn here we came across another like actual burned out wrecked car somewhere. What do you do? Ah, this one, yeah, this one I had in mind at the gas station. So yeah, Lucarex probably gave us a little bit of welding XP here. We got almost 25. And we're gonna need a whole bunch extra wood, I think. Did I leave any wood behind here? From our last shopping adventure, we did. I'm gonna load that up and get back into base. Alright, back at base. Right, we got the iron bands. We need small handles. Let's take the... Planks make... Small handles? Can we not make them from the right-click menu? That's a shame. Okay. 12 small handles, please. Was enough to get our carving leveled up. 3, okay. I wasn't aware we were that close. Make wooden buckets. Infantry XP. Okay. Oh, the wooden bucket is incredibly heavy. Empty large bracket. 10 encumbrance. Holy crap. Okay. So. Smithing. Oh. What we gotta do, be smart about this. So we wanna put this here. First of all, I guess we can't have the duffel back here on the ground. Yeah. Here for now. I'm gonna need some carry space here. We can pick up the Anvil, which weighs 40. Yeah. That's below 10. We can some both hands. Yeah, just putting everything in the area where we want to build the forge. do you say? "30 stone blocks." I really hope I have stone blocks left somewhere. I guess we can turn this one into small stones, yeah. Alright. Crafting. No. No. Stone, please. I need to drop those off in the back, because otherwise I can't pick up that large stone. Break large stone into stones. Don't be confident. Use the stones, please. Yep. Also good. We have 23 over there, so we can just throw 3 in here. I think we needed the cement. Definitely need the trowel. And we need a lock. I'm gone. The button is lighting up. This is exactly how I want it. Yeah. This is gonna look just fine. Perfect. We got ourselves a forge. Now, please tell me we can actually make hatchets in this thing. Yes, forge hatchet heads. Alright. Okay, I think I'm gonna put a cut in here. I have some off-camera work to do. Grinding a little bit of blacksmithing, putting out all the gravel to make this look nice that we stuff when we brought home, and unload the cars and all of that. And yeah, I'll update you in the next episode. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.